collective. Good morning, or whatever time it is for you. Oh. Hello, collective. Welcome to the channel. It is December 14th, 2025, and I'm just getting up, getting my first cup of coffee. It's a beautiful morning, and I hope you're doing well. Let's tap right in and get ourselves a storyline for the planetary circumstance. Message for the collective, please, Spirit. Message for the collective, planetary circumstance. What's happening for the people? Please, Spirit. What's happening for the people? What storyline do we need to know for the people, please? This is general collective reading. Is the storyline may not fit for everyone. Please take that into consideration when you are hearing and listening to the story. All right, let's tap in. Let's tap in the central energy. In the central energy. We've got the moon. We've got the moon. Something is hidden. Something is, there's an illusion. Somebody is having anxiety about something. We've got the Fool here, the new beginning in the challenge position. We've got in the subconscious. Ooh, Seven of Swords. Trickery and fraud. Somebody was trying to get away with something tricky. Now they're in fear. They might be trying to keep it under the down low. They might be trying to hide some kind of fraud in order to get a new beginning. The cycle has already closed, and yet these ones who are desperate are not opposed to forcing it by actually, doing something tragic. In the reverse, tragic for someone else. So they're wanting to do something tragic for someone else's life and experience for the future in order to steal their good time. They want to trade shit for pleasure, basically. In the recent past, Five of Wands. The fight. That's all they want to do is fight. You're sitting here wanting to have a nice, beautiful beginning, and you got all these jackholes coming in, wanting to F you up and steal your pleasure, your peace. They don't have any. They want to take it from you and then pretend that they are that, but they're not. All they are is this Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. The moon. Illusionist. Intentions and expectations. Please, Spirit, with all this trickery and fraud, this conflict. Four of Wands. They want your freedom and your marriage is what they want. They want to commit fraud. So I heard these guys talking about marrying into the clan. So the magistrate has a clan, family. I believe this is going to be the Rainbow Tribe. And you've got these assholes who are all about Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, wanting to come up and butter up their brother and get permission to marry one of the daughters or one of the women of the clan. Now, these are trickster frauds. They want to come in and destroy this family while smiling in the face and being bros with the leader. So be careful of what kind of masculines you're letting into this territory. They speak proper words. They can mimic it perfectly. They seem very intelligent. They are intelligent, but they're malice inside. And they wanna come in and sex somebody up. They've been let go. They're taking a gamble, trying to manifest themselves into your world with a love spell. Apparently, they're being told to move on. Somebody is unavailable for intimacy. Okay, well, that's a good thing there. So you got some schmuck, some wand wanting to come in and marry into the clan. An enemy is wanting to schmooze his way into the family. Yeah. In the lens that's being looked through is it's Hermit in the reverse. They don't want you to do their research. They want you to turn out that light, turn the other cheek, look the other way, and let them in. They've lost their way. They need to come in and take advantage of services belonging to somebody else who's actually earned it and marry into it so that they can continue to F it up for everybody. In the environment, strength. You're going to need strength, and you're going to need courage here. You're going to need to use discernment, because these are men who look like they might be great business partners, but they're deceiving you. Their intention is to destroy the family, this family. Hopes and fears. You've really got to vet these people. We've got 10 of Cups in the reverse, so they're not going to get in here. What they want to do is they want to come in and they want to be powerful. They want to gain the strength of your clan. They want to marry into the strength of your clan, and they want to destroy the divine love within it. It's misaligned values. And maybe this is just you're strong and you're going to reject them out of this. What's the outgoing energy, please, Spirit? King of Wands. King of Wands, overcoming challenges. He will be able to detect this. He's been kicking their ass. He knows full well what their energy is. So I think we can count on that. Somebody is having a whole bunch of anxiety. They're in a nightmare over your abundance, over being let go and sacrificed out of your abundance. You made a good investment, and you've got this good financial opportunity here, and you've got your swords up to the devil. It's like, get out, devil. I know what you're here to do. You're here to infiltrate the family through marriage. Death. Death to the devil's heartfelt proposals with intention to bring illusion, confusion, and chaos to the family. You're making plans for the future. God's right here. And they're moving you away from this scenario, this devil. Queen of Cups is moving forward, whether they like it or freaking not, from these abusive relationships that have been taking everything from her and giving her nothing but scarcity. King of Cups is right here weighing options, looking at everything very carefully when it comes to the potential, the positive potential for these unions. It's all about love and marriage. And King of Pentacles is right here protecting the wealth of it. Queen of Pentacles is bringing a completion to this cycle. these terrorists are effed up in their head because the woman has the money and she's right here with the king, her match, and they're cutting these people out. They're in a 5 of freaking pentacles while you're getting a 9 of pentacles. And here's the king of swords. All the kings are here. They know the truth. They have the money. They're supporting this feminine who's is offering security for divine feminine. King of Cups is here with his love. King of Wands is here with his leadership and his team, protecting this life of luxury. Ace of Wands, there's new opportunities for growth for the youngers with these contracts, these marriage contracts. But we really have to be careful because we're here in purpose with this 10 of Pentacles. We're not going to have some leech come in and speak proper words of love and partnership when they're not anything except chaos makers, delusionists, illusionists. Queen of Swords is reconciled. So we've got divine feminine, divine masculine here coming into their reward, which is leaving somebody in a freaking pile of regret. They want forgiveness because Queen of Wands is here too. The queens and the kings are busy and their boundaries are held firm. The temperance boundary is held firm. According to the history, the energies of the history, justice is being served according to the truth of it, and they're getting left behind. You are free here, and you've got public recognition. Your enemies are bound and restricted from entering the kingdom of, or queendom of this empress. They're disconnected. These magicians are disconnected from the energy of the star because they've been using that energy to create heavy burdens for people, and they're under judgment. These powers of 3 are under judgment for that, and they're going through a painful ending right now. So of course, they're coming in looking for new love because they want to take advantage of the 9 of Cups, of this high priestess here. It's what you've got. You've got celebration in the community for standing up for yourself. You're very firm. And the emperor has got the chariot right here, victory. And he's moving forward with those family members that are of the sun, leaving these others in a freaking tower and a heartbreak because very quickly they are left out in the cold. They're nothing except brutalizing. They come in and they sex people up. But even if they do so in a loving or somewhat off way, you know, it's still abuse because they have evil intentions and malice in their heart regarding the desire to destroy the divine loving unions of this magistrate's clan. They're looking to marry into it. Everybody needs to be vetted very, very well. Their soul needs to be looked at very, very carefully. Don't ever stop looking at the soul of anyone wanting to come in, because divine masculine, if you let these men in, they will ruin your reputation. They will destroy the mother and the child once more and try to chemically castrate you and turn you into women. You really got to be careful. You can't trust every bro out there. They have evil intent on prostituting your women and destroying your foundation. Just like they did last time. Just like they nearly did last time. You got to watch it. Because these guys are not your friends. These trickster frauds. They look like you. They talk like you. They seem very powerful. They're very intelligent. But there's malice in their heart. And they want to prostitute your women. And use their power of their womb to fuel their illusions. They want to come in and turn all of your women into prostitutes. And they want to turn all of you into chemically castrated women. That's what they want to do. You got to be careful of who you allow to marry into your family. I'm telling you, that's their plan. So the moon is here. They want to cast an illusion. They want to commit fraud, and they want to take part in your new beginning. This Four of Wands. They want to come in and they want to fight. They want to F-U-C-K and they want to fight. And they want to be real charming about it. They left you hanging. So somebody's in fear. They left you hanging. They abandoned you. And then they brutalized you from an unseen place as an unknown person. They magically came in and tried to destroy your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, your life. So we're not doing any more fake busy. You're not fake busy. They left you hanging. You're not fake busy. You really are busy. There was no closure. They got with you and then they just disappeared. And then they decided to try to destroy your life and your world from that space. No closure. No contact. They're in fear. We've got a new beginning. They're challenged by your new beginning. Drinking, toxic lifestyle. They're challenged because of their toxic lifestyle. They left you hanging. Trickery and fraud. They said all kinds of slanderous things about you. They gathered up all these people that you never met before to slander you, to hurt you, to transfer all their shit on you with magic. Or just mental destruction they wished upon you. Shady. Seven of Swords, betrayal, deception, mask wearer, shady. Trickster, fraud. Five of freaking Wands. They want to come in and destroy your world. They want to marry into the clan. These men. Absolutely the F not. They need to stay the F out. Who is in is in. Who is out is out. God has already made that very clear, that distinction. You got some Agent Smiths though that have been using medications as connectors and bridges to come in and do a thing to a flesh temple and the soul and spirit within it. So they could actually do something. You got to be very, very careful. The divine masculine knows they've spent the last 2 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, fighting with them, kicking ass in order to get this foundation. You've won. You've got the foundation. You got to keep these animals off of it. These intelligent animals that look just like you. They're very, very smart, but they have no empathy. They have no actual care. All they have are proper words. Spell. Love spell. So they're doing love spells in order to make fighting. So these men want to marry into the clan in order to do love spells on the minds of the women and steal them away from their husbands to make them look as though they're Jezebels, just like effing last time. Just like effing last time. And you've been vindicated and emancipated from these bastards. And they want to come in. They've been doing love spells over the minds of the people, trying to make argument and fights and break up their marriages. It's what they've done. And they want to marry back in to the community to do it again. To make the wives look like they're cheaters. I'm telling you. And I have a feeling that last time this same warning came up and it wasn't taken seriously and we wound up in this position that we're now finding ourselves. Shocking news. We've got shocking news within the community. There's a celebration. So somebody's been doing love spells over the minds of people to destroy their unions and to paint everybody as a prostitute, as a Jezebel, as somebody who couldn't handle marriage. They've been purposely driving people's minds into a specific mindset or thought pattern that's been picked up by their telepathic, empathic partner, and then there's been fighting. It's all been a manipulation by Mr. Wand Boy, who so innocently joined into the family. And I don't know why these women are so Jezebel-like. Oh, brother, we should get rid of them. Maybe we should just become lovers. Yeah, once they chemically castrate you and do magic over your mind, convince you to let your hair down. Charming Knight of Wands. Charming Knight of Wands is not going to get a side hustle. There is no more feeding on the sexuality of this family. No, because we don't miss you, gigolo. We don't miss you and your wand. We don't miss you and your love spells. May all of your love spells be met with vile disgust and eviction for you. Lost your way. You lost your freaking way, man. You decided that effing people with your stupid little schwang, ooh, this beautiful little gift from freaking God, you decided you were going to go F the world with it and then tell the world that it was vile, foul, defiled, degraded by the diseases that you brought with your stupid side hustle and reckless sex. Loser. You lost your way. You don't have your light. You've been getting fancy with this love spell and you've been focused on the root chakra, on fucking everything. Toxic freaking lifestyle with your stupid little love spells and your stupid little schwingsters, your stupid little side hustle, feeding on everybody, turning everybody into a prostitute, being a prostitute. Don't you dare come and try to marry into this clan. We will pick you up and you're not going to escape. F off. F off. You try to bust into this clan with this kind of intention, screw you. Go to another portion of the freaking universe. Saith the goddess of time. Take that. Yeah, because we're not playing with fake busy. We're not playing with some fraud trickster wanting to come in and fight with everybody, pretending as though they're collaborating and building something real nice. We're not dealing with you. You don't produce anything. You don't work. You don't have a job. You wear a three-piece suit and you pretend like you're important and magnificently intelligent, and you go up there and you try to tell everybody what to do while you're destroying the communities of everybody, creating homelessness everywhere. And your solution is to say, homelessness is illegal. We're going to get those people off the street after you forced them into it. Can't stand you people calling yourselves leaders, calling yourselves men, fathers, protectors. Scam artists, tricksters, frauds, shady assholes doing love spells on everybody. Glamoring the people in order to love you and see you as some fantastic leader when you're nothing but a schmuck in the shadow, leaving people hanging. Pushing them into a toxic lifestyle, poisoning their foods. Oh, just go have a drink afterward. It'll ease everything. Open up all your gates so our midnight little gremlins can come in. You've got the strength card here. You're courageous. We've got a trap. There may be a strong trap here. We've got 10 of Cups in the reverse. So somebody's dreams are shattered. They lost their dream come true when they came for you, Empress, High Priestess, and all of these kings. They try to destroy, they try to take over your world, man. They try to replace you. And then they try to, these men, these intelligent men who want to come in and collaborate and marry into the clan, they speak proper words and they're very strong, very sturdy. They look like they might be a great addition, but they don't have any light on in them. They don't ever do their research. Please do your research with these people. They are fake busy. They don't produce anything except this. This is all they are. Please, Divine Masculine, don't be taken up with these men who come in and say they want to be your brother and help you build a nice foundation, because it's a trap. They want your relationships struggling. They want to come in and do love spells over the minds of your women. King of Wands knows this. He's been, he's got firsthand testimony as to what they've been driving through the mind of his own person and himself. He's very intelligent, very aware. So these people are in a firestorm of freaking karma. They're not allowed into your territory here. You've got your strength. You've got a trap. You're trapping anybody who comes in without a light on. You're trapping anybody who wants to come in speaking proper words of collaboration when they have no freaking intention on building anything with you. Their intention is complete destruction. Ashamed. There's a King of Wands here, and we've got shamed. King of Wands, ashamed, guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. 10 of Cups reversed, firestorm of karma, strength and trap, research in the reverse. Somebody's faking it. They're fake busy, but they're faking it. They don't want you to see that they really don't have anything to offer. They're in a firestorm of karma, and they want to marry into your clan to trap you again by doing love spells over your women and making it appear as though they want somebody else. They want to drive lustful thoughts through the minds of your women so that you feel that they're wanting to cheat, and it's not the case. You've got these evil men wanting to come in and make a bro out of you with the intention of turning you into a woman, karmically or chemically castrating you. So you've learned your karmic lesson. This is bad news for a thug. They want to marry in, but you know all about their stupid little backstabbing love messages. They want to come in and speak proper words of love. They can even mimic it. They're really good actors and actresses. They've been studying us for centuries. They're almost an exact duplicate, but they've got black energy and malice in their heart. They've been backstabbing twin flames forever, separating the twin flames forever. Leaving them alone. You gotta be mirroring them. Mirroring them. Mirroring your twin flame and causing you heartbreak. Round and round and round, the karmic freaking cycle. They're not really family. They're not even the same species. This is an exact duplicate full of malice. Somebody's feeling like shit. Blocked. Blocked. They could be blocked out of your feelings and out of your GPS because of the memories of what they did to you. So they're trying to cope here. They're trying to run away from whatever it is that's destroying their world right now. And they want to come in and convince you that they are a good addition to your clan. And this just isn't the case. Please don't let them come in and marry right away. Like in the indigenous culture, there is this feather, right? You exchange feathers and you care for each other's feathers for the year, and everybody observes every detail of this couple and they watch them. That's required. They have to present themselves together in the community. They're losing sleep here because you're saying goodbye and you're taking all of your spiritual gifts away from Jezebel, because you've been illuminated to the truth that they've been coming in and sexing you up and tying you up, binding you. So it's like they drive these lustful thoughts through the women and the men to separate their union, and then they send in Jezebel, or a man dressed up as a Jezebel, to side hustle you and feed on you. They're under pressure. These people who didn't want any strings attached are under pressure because their side hustle is over. You don't miss them. These fake spiritual people are undergoing an ego death. They're having a workplace affair, or maybe they're being ghosted by their workplace affair. You're fed up with these stupid secret accounts. These stupid people coming in, bumping heads and downloading all your information. iPhone to freaking iPhone. Organic temple to organic temple. Okay, everything that you are is now for me. All the work, all the pain, all the suffering, all of the incredible strength that you had to manufacture within yourself to overcome this terrible challenge, now freely given to a Jezebel because of these stupid love spells and messing with people's heads and their sexual identity and unions. These masculines, I heard them talking about it last night. Their strategy is to marry into the clan of this magistrate. They want to get a relationship, an intimate encounter with somebody in this space, and then they want to flip and copycat her with one of their Jezebels, and then they want to start it all over again. This side hustle of sexual harvesting of energy, of destroying the love and the faithful devotion of it. Bumping heads with a freaking jackass. Yeah. This reckless sex and reckless love police station, if they come in with any of this shit, they're going to be arrested and hopefully taken to some other remote place in the far, far edges of the multiverse. Piss off. Go to a dark place. That's what I pray. That's what Divine Feminine prays. Turning your freaking back on the scallywag. Look, they're getting readings on you because they want it their way. They want to cast an illusion over your mind, some kind of fairy tale. They want you to think of them as your perfect person. This is a scumbag. They're effed up over you. This psycho wants you effed up over them. They want to come in and get romantic with you. They don't want to let go. They don't want to let go of being seen as a divine masculine, but they got bad credit. They're unemployed. They don't produce anything. They're fake busy. We're not dealing with fake busy anymore. These people who don't do research, they don't have a light on, they don't believe in the truth, their light is snuffed. They're not part of your family, even though they want to marry into it. It's over. It's too late. It's over. They were happy being single. They were happy being single. And after thousands of years of effing people over when it comes to union and divine family trees and generational wealth and stability, they did not want it. They wanted to be happily single. They were dedicated to an empty nest, to eating those children. Mind you, 800,000 people go missing every year in the United States alone. Never to be heard from again. They got a freaking market for these missing people. And now they want to come in and pop the freaking question. They want to marry into the community, into the clan, the family. Look, legal matters, the divorce, criminal paternity. They haven't been paying child support. I heard somebody say in the court system, this masculine degrading and defiling verbally a woman about her irresponsibility. And this absent father was told he couldn't even supply diapers for his own child. And he wants to come in and act as though he's all that. He's been draining everything out of that child's spiritual bank account, the mother's spiritual bank account, spending it, living high on the hog, not providing even diapers for the child whose bank account, spiritual bank account, they have drained because they feel they have a right to it. And they want to go in and talk about this mother as though she's nothing, as though she's trash. They want to come in, marry into the clan, and turn it into that kind of a scenario again. And make her look like she's a prostitute when they've been doing love spells over her mind to trap her in this scenario, to get her to look as though she's unstable and not wife material. So pisses me off. You are free of this sweet talk. You are a beloved child of the Most High God. You are the queen bee. You're valuable. You're it. You're the prize. The secret is self-love. You don't need it from these assholes. They're a parasite. Rejected. They've been rejected by the family. They did reject family. Over and over again. And now they're being rejected by family. The same family that they didn't want anything to freaking do with. The same family that they said was insufficient. It wasn't good enough for them to be a responsible father or husband. It was intolerable. She had an attitude. I had to get out of there. And all she has is mine, because I'm the man, and I'm the one, the leader. Yeah. The wish is their true colors are showing. They are sex addicts. They're sex addicts. And they've got massive regrets. Because they love you and they hate you. And they're spying on you from secret accounts. And God is fed up with this copycatting, catfishing, Jezebel gigolo, succubus, incubus bullshit. From a master manipulator who's been studying us for centuries, fucking with our minds with these stupid magic tricks. They speak about responsibility, but their planet has been nothing but war and bloodshed and prostitution and human trafficking and slavery of all kinds. White people, brown people, it doesn't matter. It's all done by these trickster frauds calling themselves men who want to come in and marry into this magistrate's clan, her family. Please, Divine Masculine, take this very seriously. If you want peace in your community, you cannot let these men in. They're not men. They're parasites, masquerading as. You've got to protect your family. It's not bros before hoes. It's not bros before hoes. They want you to look at your wife as though she's a hoe. So they come in and they do love spells on her freaking mind that you're telepathically connected to, so that you'll think of her that way. These are shady mask-wearing frauds, and that looks like a man face under there. This is a man who is very much wanting to be a woman. He wants you to cornholio him. He wants to take you away from your wife, who he wants you to believe is nothing more than a prostitute, by driving this shit through her head. Trickery and freaking fraud. They disrespected the mother so freaking bad. They put shit in her head that never should have been there. They ran their soap opera through her head with this Wi-Fi, this Microsoft, this stupid magic trick, this technology, voice to skull shit. They're illusionists. They left you hanging. There's no closure, no contact, left on red. They could be in fear over your new beginning. You're out of here. You're freaking out of here. Sorry, eternal regret. They're sorry. They're having fear. They're having anxiety. You left them alone. It's like you slandered me, called me a prostitute, prostituted my energy, told everybody in the entire freaking universe that that's what divine feminine earth woman was. They filmed it, broadcast it throughout the galaxy. You've got a new beginning. They have a toxic lifestyle. These copycats, these clones, these near perfect humans, they're not the same. And there's like 500 million regular people, and then the whole rest of the planet is full of this. Shady. They've been coming up from the depths, man, inhabiting these animated corpses, going around sexing everybody up, drawing off of their energy, painting everybody as a freaking prostitute with their stupid little magic tricks. It's a good time. You're fiercely independent. You're a powerful light and a powerful shadow. You're getting a new beginning. They're challenged because of their toxic lifestyle. And you are free and independent. Look, they tried to paint you as that. They tried to paint you as this Jezebel, but this is what you are. And you're standing here, and they left you on red while they went out and fucked every floozy ever. And then tried to transfer that energy to you because they had some kind of a connection to make you look like that. But it's not you. It was all a freaking illusion, a magic trick by a masculine and his Jezebel copycat hoe bag that wanted to destroy the family units of divine feminine and divine masculine in their community. They're attacking this clan. They're thinking about marrying into it. Really got to be careful. Please don't let this freaking swing into the mother's territory. This disgusting filth. We got commitment. So you are fiercely independent, and you've got a protector that is fiercely committed to you. Somebody left you hanging. They abandoned you. They went out and slept with every Jezebel hoe bag in the freaking universe, and then they brought all that energy and laid it into your toroidal field and called you that. This is why they want to marry into the community. They want to gain access to these fiercely committed and independent women and then put that shit on them. They want to go into the shadow and then bring it back into the community, just like they did last time. You're independent. You are fiercely committed to your mission, to your life, to adding value to your soul, to being all that you can be. And you got this toxic Jezebel fraud out here wanting to come up and download you like with a foul, reckless sexual encounter. Oh, good. Everything that you are. This toxic piece of shit wants to be seen as you by having a reckless sex encounter. They want to marry into the community. They want to bring this toxicity in, this energy. They're a toxic fucktard. They want to bring that energy in, and they want to marry into the clan, and they want to lay that shit onto a woman of the clan, of the family. Absolutely not. It's an animal friend, an intelligent animal. They're not of us, the stars. They're not a star seed. They don't have a zodiacal freaking spiritual soul family. These are born in a bag of still waters. They're animals made of material and some other jackass's genetic sequence. They've been spliced with their little animals. They're very clever, but they're very cruel. And they know magic, man. They know how to transfer sin with that Kaparot crap. They're in competition with divine masculine, and they got to come in and paint divine feminine as a prostitute. They got to destroy divine masculine's opportunity to build a fantastically big, large, bright, powerful family tree that will last generations. They want to strip out the challenger. They want to make sure that none of these divine masculines becomes an emperor by destroying their wife and their connection to her. Look for, investigate any kind of love spells. You got to look for it, investigate it. If anybody's saying, oh, I'm in love, and they're having a big freaking mental breakdown because somebody's saying something other, you got to look into that, because they're mentally effing people, making them think something that isn't even a thought that belongs in their head. They're driving in soap operas. So we've got the Four of Wands. It could be that the community here is receiving this shocking news, because it could very well be that this is what happened to their community last cycle. And they're like, what? What happened? Yeah, you got some freaking jackass animal, a genetic experiment here, a hybrid. They're not from the stars. They're not a star seed. They're not a special unicorn, part of the rainbow covenant. They're not part of the rainbow covenant. They don't belong to God's family. They're a completely different animal. You are from the stars. They are from the dirt. They're nearly identical. Shocking news. They took a gamble. Leap of faith. They took a risk. They took a chance. They took a chance. Somebody's taking a chance. Shocking news. We're looking for love spells. We're looking for people creating conflict in the territory with their stupid little love spells. We're actually investigating it, searching for it, exploring for it. Any of that kind of mental manipulation that's happening within this community, this clan, they're going to get effed over big time. And I hope freaking expelled to the furthest spaces of the universe, the multiverse, way out there in the unlimited numbers of spaces and places. Let them go all by themselves, away from everybody that they can ever manipulate again, because they're not decent. They're not decent at all. There's no morals, there's no ethics, there's no care for anybody. They're strictly there to F people's minds and to tap into their energy and suck it out. They're happiness haters. We've got a Knight of Wands. Mr. Schwang himself. He's out there. Hey, honey. Let's get it on, right? Yeah, no more freaking side hustle. You're not Uber eating off of any of our divine feminines. If you're thinking about coming in and marrying into our clan, forget it. We don't miss you. You suck. You suck so freaking bad. You despicable, disgusting little piece of shit. Nobody wants you. Your presence is forbidden. Absolutely. Nobody gives a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if I'm with anybody ever a freaking again, because this is what's out there. I'll spend the rest of eternity looking for you, you fuck. And I'll make sure you don't fuck anybody. You suck. You suck so freaking bad. Forgotten person. So somebody wants to come in. This is a past friend, an old friend. They want to come in and they want to get back into your space. So this person knows who you are. They've been playing with you for centuries. They've been playing on your energy. They've been playing in your mind. They can't side hustle you anymore. This is a forgotten person. Hopefully they will be wiped from the mind of everybody. And they will never, ever, ever be permitted back into the territory. We will see very clearly if their energy comes anywhere near us. We've been swimming in their filth for so long. We know very well what it is. Make me sick. Fucking rapists. Human trafficking rapists. They come in, they swing, they get into the energy, they flip and copycat, turn people into a prostitute, and that's their side hustle. They make money off of them. They're trash. They're absolute trash. And they want to come into the clan full of divinity, and they want to start their little game again. They don't have a light on in them. They don't ever research anything except for who to go screw over and who to siphon the life out of. They don't produce anything. We're not dealing with fake busy. They're not a creator. They're an animal. They're not a creator. They are an animal, an F-boy, an F-girl. That's all they are. Trash. They just want to go F everything, drink a lot of alcohol, and do love spells over the mental body of good, loyal people. To make them appear as though these immoral, unethical thoughts are actually part of their system. But it's not. They've been pushing these thoughts in with their stupid magic. These thoughts don't belong in our family. This trash wants to come back in and put those thoughts back into our family. You've got strength, courage, focus. You are focused on building a trap for these assholes. You're building a trap for these assholes. You're letting them go. Because you know that they are the core of the freaking problem. Schwinksters, reckless sex, dominator tyrants, wanting to come in and rule their household with an iron fist, and they never have compassion or care or consideration for the wisdom coming from the mother, who is also very much connected to God, regardless of what these animals believe. Woman does things different. And they can't stand it because they don't understand it or understand it. They don't understand it, so they gotta stop it. They gotta squash it. They don't know what you're doing, and it's freaking them out because you might actually have some kind of power, and they can't have you challenging them. These ones have burned many people for the magic that they did upon them. They've burned many people like you and I for telling the story of it, for calling them out, for alerting the people. That one's going to try to eat your soul, man. They got to get rid of you. They can't have you interfering in their damn side hustle, but you are. This Knight of Wands and his little side hustle, nobody misses Schwinkster. Filthy prick. Nobody misses it. Ten of Cups in the reverse. They're all about breaking up families. They're all about destroying divine love. And right now, they're not going to be able to take part in it. They're having complete disharmony in their organization. We've got a firestorm of karma hitting them. They're desperate to come in and get in your energy. They're desperate to marry in to the clan. I say clan because that's what they called it, so it must be. I know that the totem is the bison. The representative of this clan is a woman. This woman. They're having a mental breakdown because they can't transfer. They can't transfer your temperance energy. You're not sleeping with them. You're not giving them a relationship. You're not allowing them into your sacred, the value of your sacred soul. F-boy wants to come up and pair it. They want to be seen as your sacred soul. But they're nothing but a side hustle with a bunch of mental bullshit and a whole lot of karma. A firestorm of karma is what this person wants to bring into the clan by marrying into it. No. Firestorm, street, exhibit. They could be in a firestorm of all of these sacrificed roses. Karma for the schwankster is hitting them, a firestorm of karma. And they want to come and marry into the clan and be covered by the divine essence of it. So that they can do this again, sacrifice the beautiful roses, frame them with their stupid mental magic as being prostitutes or having lustful thoughts, which don't belong to them. You people piss me off. You run lustful thoughts from a loyal, faithful, into a loyal, faithful person's mind. And you try to frame them as a prostitute or as being unfaithful. And it's all magic illusions. And it's wrong for you to run that through somebody's mind when they're not that. How dare you violate such a beautiful, sensitive instrument as this organic, divine transmitter receiver of the star people. King of Wands is here. We've got ashamed, guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong, Rose. So there's a King of Wands here, ashamed of Rose. They're in the wrong. They saw a woman as a prostitute and they were in the wrong. They were sacrificing them all and they were in the wrong. They lied about the temperance angels. They lied about the daughters of Eden. And these brothers believed it because they're intelligent animals and they can speak a great slur of beautiful words that everybody wants to hear. And they transferred their malice-filled heart onto the rose, and then they sacrificed the rose to the pits of hell. And then that very same asshole with the smooth talking chemically castrated the divine masculine who believed. There's a change here, a transformation. This is the end of their opportunity to feed on the rose. Get away, keep away, stay away from the rose. The puzzle has been solved and they miss you. This uninvited guest misses you and the talents that you were born with, the sacred messaging that you received. This snake is in torment. They're going to be in bondage. That's what they had you in. It's what they are in. They wanted to transfer this onto you, and they did. The rose has been suffering this shit for centuries. You're getting a new beginning, and there is an encounter here. Love at first sight or crush. King of Wands here may be ashamed because they may not have believed you. They may not have believed you. You tried to warn them of this in the history, and they let you go. They believed them. They believed that this was you. When it was these guys running that shit through you, this is you. Fiercely independent, strong, powerful. They went out there and they were laying with all kinds of these kinds of people, and then they were pouring that energy into you because you probably had a sexual encounter with them or a marriage contract or some shit last cycle. King of Wands is ashamed, embarrassed. They're in the wrong about the rose. And they're realizing it. It was all a lie. None of these roses were guilty of the shit that this vermin was laying upon her. They make me sick. They make me sick. They didn't produce anything. They don't have anything to offer. They wear a 3-piece suit and they go out there and they speak all these proper words and they treat people like shit, like they're imbeciles, like they don't have the capacity to understand, when those very same people that they're talking to are the very same people building the foundation, holding the shit together. And it isn't due to their words, it's due to their actions. And these assholes have been up there claiming superiority, while they've allowed this to happen to the rose. The divine daughters of Eden, they participated in leaving them alone, believing this shit that was being driven into their brain by magicians. And everybody wanted to play freaking cornholio. They decided that each other was a better option than the freaking woman. They bought it. Hook, line, and freaking sinker. Give it time. Everything happens in divine timing. They're in fear. They left you hanging. They abandoned you. They abandoned you to live through the impossible life path, while hundreds of these vile, disgusting dirt men laid all this shit onto you. They were going out being with Jezebels and they were bringing that energy back and putting it on you, and it was never yours. You may have experienced the desire to go drink or to do these things because they were laying this energy into you. A transference of sin onto a fiercely independent and committed woman. Freaking narcissist. Too full of themselves. 7 of Swords, trickery and fraud. Shady freaking little masculine wearing a freaking mask. Look, that's a masculine man. Dressing up as a woman, doing shady shit. An intelligent animal. This is a dirt man competing with the woman to be the woman. And they wanted all of the divine masculine to choose them. And many of them did. They married their rose, and then they sacrificed their rose to the devil and replaced it with a man dressing as a woman. They chose it. And now they want this woman to feel any certain way for them, to help them with the strength that she has had to generate within her own self on her own. While all of them were trying to bury her in the disgusting filth that they are. They wanted her to carry the filth of who they are. And then blame her for it. Sexually confused masculines playing with the identity of a woman. Conflict through love spells. You've investigated, you've explored this, you've looked for it, you are looking for it. You know very well that in any time you have this passion, or when somebody gets close to you and you're having butterflies in your tummy or some kind of weird shit like that, look for the love spell. Because we got a liar, man, out there doing magic on people. Trying to marry into the clan. This one. So we've got shocking news within the community regarding marriage. Somebody's taking a risk. They want to marry into the clan. This is a liar doing a love spell, and you're looking for it because it stinks. These people smell. And not literally, you know, like living water has a sweetness to it, but you can't quite pull it out. You can't, it's like a hidden thing. Like the blue of the sky, it's hidden. You can't hold it in your hand. You can't separate it out. It's just, it's there. It's obvious that it's there, but you can't see it in your hand, even though it's there, you know. It's like these guys. They have a stink about them, even though you can't really see it. It's just there. Open your heart. Somebody's taking a gamble. They want you to open your heart. They're doing love spells. This is a liar doing a love spells, taking a risk, trying to get in and marry into the clan with this filth. Schwinkster. Oh, hey, yeah, I'm so sexy. I'm so sexy. Come on, marry my girl. No, we're not doing no side hustle, dude. Take that wand, that filthy little worthless thing, and get out of here. Nobody misses you. Nobody freaking misses you. You are forgotten. Nobody knows you. Nobody cares. Nobody wants you. They're trying to force their way back into your world. They're in the past. They're forgotten. Nobody freaking wants you. We got pregnancy. You might have gotten pregnant by somebody in the past who decided to leave you, slander you, never supply a diaper for you. This side hustle piece of shit who wants to go out and wham bam, thank you, man, every toxic little floozy in the world so they can gather that energy and bring it back and put it on you so that they can frame you as being that and then have an opportunity to sacrifice you, Rose, to the devil for gain. They're trash. Literal trash. They lost their way. They thought creation was in the head of their penis. Sorry to tell you guys. Somebody misled you. You just aren't that valuable. In the state that you have presented yourself in the last chapter, you're just not that valuable. You have nothing to offer a divine woman. Air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is trash. Fake freaking busy. They don't have their light on. They're trash. A worthless mouse. A waste of energy. And a waste of your time. You're very strong here. There's a trap. Letting go of the key. The core of the problem. You're releasing the core of the problem. You've set a strong trap. Divorce. You're letting go of the core of the problem. It's these masculines, these sorcerers, these magicians out there doing love spells on the minds of people, glamoring them. Oh, I'm so great. I'm your leader. I'm the one who's gonna make it okay. No, this person's you're letting them go. You're very strong. You're very courageous. You recognize that they're trying to trap you and you're letting them go. You're releasing them. They are the core of the problem. in this community, why there's no divine unions, why everybody's struggling, why there's so much fighting and divorce and all of that. It's a stupid mental magic that they've been doing on everybody here in the community. They married into the clan of this family, this human family, and then they proceeded to try to completely annihilate it and exterminate it. Genocide. They wanted to replace it with their intelligent animal. They wanted to get rid of the daughters of Eden and all of the fruit that comes from them. They wanted to destroy God's family. They're in a firestorm of karma right now for doing such a thing. For all of these roses, these beautiful divine women that they did this to, sacrificed to the devil and then made them a street exhibit, a prostitute. These foul effers. These narcissistic creeps. These losers who don't produce anything in the world. This is their profit system. Epstein and all the other islands that participate. And you knew it. This fiercely independent woman knew it. Before it ever happened. Before she was sacrificed the first time, centuries ago. I think she tried to tell people when these assholes were coming in to marry into the clan. They wanted to collaborate and marry into the clan. This was a warning. This was told. She warned them. And then what did they do? They sacrificed her into this place, and she had to come down here, experience all this shit, and then bring back evidence of it in order to set things right. She had to be rejected, framed, belittled, treated like a fucking whore when she was fiercely independent and loyal. Royal. Royalty is what she was. What she is. And they treated her like a whore. The whole freaking lot of them. Luck is on your side, Rose. These assholes are in a firestorm. King of Wands is here with his team. They're ashamed. They're feeling guilty. They're embarrassed about the rose. They're in the wrong. They recognize it. They were in the wrong about the rose. These collaborators, these narcissistic collaborators that have been trapping the roses in the lower vibration timelines and such, so that their lower vibration, little shitheel masculine animal friends could feed on them. They were kicking all of the roses out of freaking heaven so they could be mauled and drained of their beautiful life force by these animals pretending to be men. It's exactly what they are. You make me so sick. You and your stupid genetic experiments, you mad scientists. So freaking clever. Can't stand you. Can't stand you. You make me so sick. Everything in my soul cringes when I think of you. Freaking gold digger. So somebody's ashamed. They saw the rose as a gold digger. They were in the wrong. These intelligent animals saw her as a gold digger. She's the planetary gatekeeper. She's the rainbow covenant holder. She's the magistrate, the law. These narcissists did magic over divine masculine's mind, and they had divine masculine seeing her as a gold digger, as stingy, selfish, controlling. And she is when it comes to these narcissistic magician, sorcerer, whores who want to come in and prostitute all of her sisters and abuse the children. She's very fierce about that. She doesn't want to offer services to them. She doesn't want to give them money and make their life pleasurable. They're hurting her family. And the divine masculine is ashamed because they saw this beautiful rose as a gold digger, when all she was trying to do was protect the family by making sure that these thieves didn't get a hold of the family's wealth. Assholes. Move on. Unavailable. Move the frickin' on. We are being protected from these triangular bullshit artists going out there cornholioing each other and then trying to lay their Jezebel filth onto divine feminine, convincing divine masculine of it, and then chemically castrating divine masculine. And if he didn't turn into a woman fast enough, they would create a war so that he could go fight in it and die. Be reborn as a child so they can start all over again with their RAPing and convincing them that this is the way to go. So we've got a fire sign using caution, or these ones should be using caution when it comes to a fire sign. They are gambling. They're taking a gamble and they're at a distance. So they could be at a distance. They could be taking a gamble. They're doing magic, sorcery. Or maybe they just better keep their distance. I don't know. But this is the energy. I'm feeling very fierce. Divine feminine, these roses who have been sacrificed over and over and over again, who have had their soul molested and vilified, defiled, degraded, raped over and freaking over, brutalized, burned more than once, many times, for being a beautiful prophetess, an oracle, a daughter of God. These animals, these religious freaks, laid all the sin of the world onto her and then blamed her for it. Called her a demon. Demanded for her destruction. And we've got divine masculine here, ashamed. They were in the wrong about the rose, seeing her as a gold digger. She was trying to protect them and their family. And they punished her horribly. Closing this cycle. It's in the soul. I can feel it. Our collective rose soul. The daughters of Eden, the apples that these ones have been feeding on. These men. Oh, the energy that's coursing through me right now is just... She was betrayed by everyone. 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 For trying to save your asses. For trying to protect your wealth. Your soul. I gotta leave this one. I gotta leave this one. I'm just gonna leave this one. I'm leaving it right here. Okay? I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.